Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, children. Good evening. We finished this one, right, in the last class?
Ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Any personal reasons, kindly text me. Not at the meeting now.
Okay, ma'am, but I couldn't able to watch the recording, ma'am.
That's what, whatever it is, text me later at the end of the class.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, children, we'll continue with the fifth one. Yeah. So if the polynomial f of x, you can see it's a biquadratic polynomial. The highest power of x is 4. The highest power of x, the variable x, is 4. So f of x is a biquadratic polynomial. So when this polynomial f of x is divided by x plus 1, so f of x is the dividend, x plus 1 is the divisor. So when f of x is divided by x plus 1, it leaves remainder 20. It leaves remainder 20. I think we finished this in the last class, didn't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. We finished this in the last class. All right, so then this is the next one. So what must be added to f of x? Again, f of x is a biquadratic polynomial. You can see the variable x, the highest power of the variable x is 4. So f of x is a biquadratic polynomial. So what must be added to f of x? So what should be added to this biquadratic polynomial, which is a dividend, so that the resulting polynomial is divisible by g of x, which is x squared plus 2x minus 3. So f of x is a biquadratic polynomial, which is the dividend polynomial. G of x is a quadratic polynomial, which is the divisor polynomial. F of x is the dividend, g of x is the divisor. F of x is the dividend, g of x is the divisor. Now, as of now, f of x is not divisible. As of now, f of x is not divisible by g of x. It's not divisible by g of x. See now, the question, if supposing the question is what should be added to 30? What should be added to 30 so that it is exactly divisible by 8? What is the least number? What is the least number that should be added to 8 so that it's exactly divisible by, oh, I'm sorry. What is the least number that should be added to 30 so that it's exactly divisible by 8? What's the number? 2?
Yes, ma'am.
2.
Okay, so 2. So when you add 2 to 30, it becomes 32. And now 32, the resulting number 32 is exactly divisible by 8. So if the question is what should be added to 30, what is the least number? What is the least number that should be added to 30? So that, see, when I say least number, you can even talk about a negative number. Now, so 24. So you can add even minus 6. Okay, you can even add minus 6. We are just trying to understand the question here. So it can be like this. Let me come again with this. What is the least number? What is the least number that is to be added to 30 so that it's exactly divisible by 8? Now, when we say least number, see, we might think of 2 because when you add 2 to 30, it becomes 32. Or you might even think of minus 6. You might even think of minus 6 because when you add minus 6 to 30, you get 24, and 24 is also exactly divisible by 8. 24 is also exactly divisible by 8. So what is the smallest, number? So you can think of 2, you can think of -6. But what are we trying to understand? We're trying to understand the question. As of now, 30 is not divisible by 8. What is to be added to 30 so that it's exactly divisible by 8? So you can say 2 is to be added, or you can say -6 is to be added. So when 2 is added, it becomes 32. When -6 is added, it becomes 24. In either case, it's exactly divisible by 8. Similarly here, the question is, the dividend polynomial is not exactly divisible. The dividend here, f of x, is not divisible by g of x. F of x is not divisible by g of x. What is to be added to f of x so that the resulting polynomial is exactly divisible? Means exactly divisible. The word divisible means exactly divisible. Divisible itself means exactly divisible. So you need to find the expression. You need to find the expression that is to be added to f of x, so that the resulting polynomial, that is, after you add that expression, you will get a new expression. You will get a new expression for f of x, so that that new f of x is exactly divisible by g of x. So for this, you have to perform the long division. You need to perform the long division. Don't write anything. You need to perform the long division. See here, write out the dividend polynomial 4x to the power 4 plus 2x cube minus 2x square plus x minus 1. And the divisor polynomial x square plus 2x minus 3. Now perform the long division. 8 standard. Perform the long division. What is the first term in the quotient? 4x to the power 4 divided by x square. So what is it? 4x square. 4x square is the first term in the quotient. 4x square is the first term in the quotient. How do you find the first term in the quotient? How do you find the first term of the quotient? You should divide. You must divide this first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. But before that, you should make sure that the terms are arranged in the descending order of the powers of the variable x. So like power 4, power 3, power 2, power 1 in the descending order. Both the dividend polynomial, both the dividend polynomial and the divisor polynomial, the terms in both the dividend polynomial and the divisor polynomial must be arranged in the descending order of the powers of the variable x. So x to the power 4, then x power 3, then x power 2, then x power 1, and then the constant. Similarly, in the divisor, 2 is the highest power, so you should have x square first, and then the x term, and then the constant. That's very important. Before you start the long division, that is very important. You need to arrange the terms. See here, x to the power 4, and then x to the power 3, x to the power 2, x to the power 1, and then the constant. See, if some term is missing, it's okay. Suppose the x cube term is not there, that's okay. Supposing you had only 4x to the power 4, and then this 2x cube was not there. The next term was minus 2x square. That's fine. That is fine. The powers must be in the descending order. So power 4, power 3, not the coefficients, children. Do not get confused with the coefficients and the powers of x. The power of x, x to the power 4, x to the power 3, x to the power 2, x to the power 1, and then the constant. So clearly the terms in the dividend are arranged in the descending order of the powers of x. And so in the case of the divisor, this is the divisor, x square, x and constant. So check this first before you start the long division. Now we need to find the first term in the quotient. For that, you need to divide the first term of the dividend by the first term of the divisor. 4x to the power 4 divided by x square gives us 4x square. That's the first term in the quotient. Now multiply 4x square with every term of the divisor. Multiply 4x square with every term of the divisor. So 4x square into x square, 4x to the power 4. 4x square into 2x, 8x cubed plus 8x cubed. 4x square into minus 3, minus 12x square. Multiply 4x square with x square, multiply 4x square with plus 2x, multiply 4x square with minus 3. And write the result here. Now, division process, we always subtract. We always subtract. For that, we'll have to change the signs. So change the signs. Change the signs. If it's plus, make it minus. If it's minus, make it plus. Is it understood so far, children?
Yes,
So far, have you
ma'am.
understood?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All eligible. Very good. So now what happens? 4x to the power 4 minus 4x to the power 4 gets cancelled. 0. Gets cancelled.
I can't understand properly.
Who's that?
Ma'am, Netra.
Yeah, Netra, what's your doubt?
Ma'am, I can't understand the second step. 4x power 4 plus 8x cube.
We need to multiply. Now, what is the first term of the quotient? 4x square. What is 4x square into x square?
4x power 4.
4x to the power 4. I've written out that here. 4x to the power 4. What is 4x square into 2x?
8x cube.
8x cube. You can see the second term here. Plus 8x cube. And 4x square into minus 3. 4x square into minus 3.
12x square.
Minus 12x square. Minus 12x square. Can you see it there?
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. Next, we have to change the signs. Change the signs. So it's plus 4x to the power 4. So it becomes minus. It's plus 8x cube. Change the sign. Plus becomes minus. And it's minus 12x square. So minus becomes plus. Now use the new signs. Forget the old signs. Use the new signs. 4 plus 4x to the power 4 minus 4x to the power 4 is 0. So they get cancelled. All of us understand that? Plus 4x to the power 4 minus 4x to the power 4 gets cancelled. 0. Next, 2x cubed. 2x cubed minus 8x cubed. 2x cubed minus 8x cubed is minus 6x cubed. Is minus 6x cubed. Then minus 2x square plus 12x square is plus 10x square. Plus 10x square. Plus 10x square. Minus 2x square plus 12x square is plus 10x square. They're like terms, so you can simplify them. Now bring the next term, or you can bring all the remaining terms down. It's not like the numerical division that you'll have to bring only one digit down. You can bring both x and minus 1 down. Don't worry. Or you can bring only x down. You can bring both the terms down. OK, so the remaining terms plus x and minus 1 come down. They come down, meaning you bring them down. So now this is the new dividend. What is a new dividend? Minus 6x cube plus 10x square plus x minus 1 is the new dividend. Next, again, we have to find the second term of the quotient. We have to find the second term of the quotient. How? Divide this by this. That is, divide the first term of the dividend, the new dividend. Divide the first term of the new dividend by the first term in the divisor. So it will be minus 6x cubed divided by x squared. Divided by x squared. So what is it? What is minus 6x cubed divided by x squared?
Minus 6.
Minus 6.
Minus 6x.
Minus 6x. Minus 6x. That is the second term in the quotient. Minus 6x. Now we need to multiply. After getting the second term of the quotient, you need to multiply that. That is minus 6x with every term of the divisor. So minus 6x into x squared. What is minus 6x into x squared?
Minus
Minus
6x.
x cube.
minus 6x cubed. Minus 6x cubed. What is minus 6x into 2x?
Minus 12x squared.
Minus 12x squared. Minus 12x squared. Minus 12x squared. What is minus 6x into minus 3?
18x. 18x.
Because minus 18 minus is plus. Minus into minus is plus. So plus 18x or simply 18x. That's it. Correct? Right, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, what do we do next? What do we do next?
Change the signs.
Change the sign, ma'am.
Change the signs. Minus becomes plus. Plus. Minus becomes plus. Plus becomes minus. Take the changed signs or the new signs. Forget the old ones. Now minus 6x cubed plus 6x cubed gets cancelled because it's 0. Then plus 10x squared, you can see plus 10x squared plus 12x squared. The new sign. The new sign. So 22x squared. 22x squared. Then x minus 18x. The new sign you should take. 1 minute. Don't answer. Yes, Srijana, what is x minus 18x? Quickly. What is minus 18x plus x?
Ma'am, can I answer?
Can I?
16.
Srijana, what is minus 18x? What is the coefficient of x? What is the coefficient of x? What is the coefficient of x? Jana?
1.
1, no? It's 1x. It's 1x. X means 1x. So minus 18 plus 1 is minus 17. Minus 17x.
17.
Minus 17x. Minus 18x plus 1x. You can see minus 18x here. Plus 1x here. This is plus x or plus 1x. This is minus 18x. They're like terms. You should simplify them. Minus 18x plus 1x. Minus 17x. And that minus 1 comes down. This minus 1, which is not used, comes down. So Jana, how do you find the next term of the quotient?
Can I?
Yeah, Devadarshini, you wanted to answer no earlier? Tell me.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question?
What next?
Can I answer?
Ma'am, we need to find the value of quotient.
Yeah. Tell me. Quickly. Yes, Rajat.
You divide 22x square by x square, ma'am, first term.
Divide the first term of the new dividend.
Yes, ma'am.
Every stage you get a new dividend. So divide the first term of the new dividend by the first term of the divisor. So 22x square divided by x square. What do you get?
22, ma'am.
22. 22. So what 22 plus 22 or minus 22?
Plus 22.
Plus 22.
20. Yes, Devadarshini, can you continue?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me.
17x minus 17x
No.
Ma'am, can
Yeah,
I?
Raja. Raja, what next?
Ma'am,
Yeah, continue.
ma'am, we need to multiply
Can I?
Ma'am, can I?
Yes, Sindhu or Sanjay.
Ma'am, we have to multiply 22 with x square and we get 22x square, ma'am.
So 22 into x squared, 22x squared. Next,
And 22 into 2x, ma'am.
22 into 2x. That is
44x, ma'am. Plus 44x,
fine,
ma'am.
plus 44x. Then
And 22 into minus 3, ma'am.
22 into minus 3. What's the answer?
Minus 66, ma'am.
Minus 66. Next, Devadarshini, next.
Ma'am, I cannot understand this step, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Who can continue?
Ma'am, shall I?
Yeah.
We should change the signs, ma'am.
Oh, Danya, is it? Yeah. Yes, Danya. Change the sign. So,
Plus becomes minus and plus 44x becomes minus 44x and minus 66 becomes plus 66.
okay. Next.
And then 22x plus 22x square minus 22x square gets cancelled and minus 17x minus 44x. We should add it, ma'am.
Minus 61.
61x, ma'am. Plus 61x.
Plus 61, huh? Same
Minus-
sign. Add and put the
minus
same sign. Same signs, add and put the same sign. So minus 61x. Then
and minus 65. Sorry, plus 61. Plus 65.
plus 65 because it is plus 66 minus 1. Different signs, subtract and put the sign of the greater number. So 65. So this is the. Now, how do we know that, this is the remainder or the division has come to an end? Look at the degree of the divisor. What is the degree of the divisor?
2.
2.
2. The degree of the divisor is 2. You should have watched the videos on polynomials for this, children. So the degree of the divisor is 2. What's the degree of the remainder?
1.
1. So the degree of the divisor, the degree of the remainder has gone less than the degree of the divisor. The degree of the remainder, has gone less than the degree of the divisor. If the degrees are equal, you should continue division. If the degrees are equal, supposing the remainder you've got is of power 2, that is the degree is 2. And the divisor is also of degree 2. You should continue the division. You must continue the division. See here at this stage, I'm talking about this stage. The power here, the highest power is 2. The highest power is 2 here. And here also the divisor, the power is 2. The highest power is 2. The divisor is quadratic. At this stage, the remainder is quadratic. You should continue the division. When the degrees are equal, you must continue the division. When the degree of the remainder becomes less than the degree of the divisor, division has come to an end. Stop the division. So this is the remainder. This is the remainder. Minus 61x plus 65 is the remainder. So now, since this division is of 8th standard children, I'll share, in case I don't, you have to remind me, I'll share a video, YouTube video on division. Please watch that. It's very simple. Don't worry. It's very simple. So watch that and work it out, so that you understand the division process better. I'll share it today. All right. So, so this is the remainder. This is the remainder. X power is 1. So the degree of the remainder is 1. Divisor, the highest power is 2. It's a quadratic divisor. We know that already. So here the power is 2. But in the remainder, the degree of the remainder is 1. 2, 1. This is less. The degree of the remainder is less than the degree of the divisor. So we stop the division. Now the question is, what must be added? The negative of the remainder must be added. What should be? See, we'll understand both. See, the question can be, the question, excuse me. See, the question can be, what should be added? What should be subtracted? Let's understand both. Let's understand how to answer both. Oh my God. Yeah. What must be added? Then what is the remainder, children? What's the remainder? Minus 61x plus 65. This is the remainder. The negative of the remainder must be added. The negative of the remainder must be added. Let me write it again. This is the remainder. Which is the remainder? This is the remainder. Minus 61x plus 65 is the remainder. And this is the negative of the remainder. So what does that give us? 61x minus 65. This is the expression to be added. 61x minus 65 is to be added to f of x so that it is exactly divisible by g of x. What should be added? The negative of the remainder should be added. What should be subtracted? The remainder as it is should be subtracted. Whatever is the remainder should be subtracted. If the question is what should be subtracted? If the question is what should be subtracted? What should be subtracted? Minus 61x plus 65 is to be subtracted. What should be subtracted? Whatever is the remainder should be subtracted. What is to be added? The negative of the remainder. That is 61x minus 65 is to be added. So you can see it here. You can see it here. So this is the long division. Yeah, I'll share some meaning some workouts also, so that you need to practice this long division. Along with the video, I'll share some homework also. So those who are not very sure about the long division process, please work it out. This is very important. Polynomials continues to 10th standard also. So you cannot, it's not just for 9th. That's what you see here. Children, so while typing, I cannot, show the changed signs at this position. See, I cannot show the change signs here. I cannot show it here like this. So it's below. But don't think you have to write it like this. While typing, I can only, do this. One second. So see here, what is this you see here? What is this? When you'll have to change the signs, right? Minus, plus. Do it here. When you write it in a notebook, you do it here. You don't have to show it below like this. You do it here. Since I cannot type it here, I've shown it below. Understood both the answers? What should be subtracted? The remainder is to be subtracted. What is to be added? The negative of the remainder is to be added. All right. Devadarshini, don't worry. The long division process is very simple. I'll share a video, watch it, and you can call me tomorrow. If you still don't understand, you can call me tomorrow and let me know. Okay?
Okay.
Don't worry. Yeah. I'll share it in the group. So whoever wants to use it can use it.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Let's clear the slide. Now, children, see, it's like this. Now, when we divide like 45 by 7, okay, the question is, what should be added or say subtracted? Okay, we'll understand both. What should be added, subtracted to 45 so that, see, when it is subtracted, it will be from, okay, from 45. So ignore that English. What should be added to 45 so that the resultant number is exactly divisible by 7. Now we know that 45 is not divisible by 7. We know that 45 is not divisible by 7. So let's divide. So we'll have to perform the long division. So 7 6 are 42, right? 7 6 are 42. What is the remainder? What is the remainder?
3, ma'am.
3, ma'am.
3 is the remainder. So if the question is what is to be added, see here, what is to be added? The negative of the remainder is to be added. What is to be subtracted? The remainder has to be subtracted. I don't know if all of you understood what I wrote. I'll write it again. We just understood that what is to be added? The negative of the remainder is to be added. What is to be subtracted? The remainder itself has to be subtracted. So I'm showing you that in a numerical version. 45 is a dividend. What is to be added? What is to be added to 45 so that it's exactly divisible by 7? The negative of the remainder is to be added. The remainder is 3. The negative of the remainder is to be added. So minus 3 is to be added. What is to be subtracted from 45? The remainder itself. Whatever is the remainder should be subtracted. What should be subtracted? Remainder is to be subtracted. See here, what's the answer you will get? 45 plus of minus 3. So it will be 45 minus 3, 42. Here also 42. You understand?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It is a numerical version to understand how it works. You can see here what is to be added. Then you cannot add 3. 45 plus 3 is 48. 45 plus 3 is 48. 48 is not divisible by 7. What is to be added? The negative of the remainder is to be added. You can see here. Write it again. So 45. What is to be added to 45 so that it is exactly divisible by 7? The negative of the remainder should be added. Yeah, now this is exactly divisible by 7. What is to be subtracted? The remainder as it is should be subtracted. You can see that this is exactly divisible by 7. Very important question. Yeah, take a picture, children. Take a screenshot.
Taken, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, so here we have two dividend polynomials, P of x and Q of x. When each of them is divided by x minus 2, when divided by x minus 2, they leave remainders a and b respectively. If a minus b is 0, find k. We have done a similar one earlier. Listen carefully. We need to understand the question. Listen carefully. We have two dividend polynomials. We have two dividend polynomials, P of x and G of x. The divisor polynomial is G of x. We have two dividend polynomials and one divisor polynomial. When P of x is divided by G of x, when P of x is divided by G of x, the remainder is A. when P of X is divided by G of X. The remainder is A. When Q of X is divided by G of X, the remainder is B. And we are given another condition. If A minus B is 0, find the value of K. Where is K? See, K is here. Somebody's mic is enabled. Please disable your mic. Prashant. Yeah, and this condition is also given. See here, A minus B is equal to 0. That condition is also given. All right. So what is the divisor, children? X minus 2. Equated to 0. X minus 2 is equal to 0. So what is the value of X?
X is equal to 2.
X is equal to 2. So the value of X is 2. Now, when you find P of 2, the dividend is P of X. In place of X, use 2. When you find P of 2, you will get the remainder. When you find P of 2, you will get the remainder when P of X is divided by X minus 2. And what is the remainder?
A, ma'am.
What? A. The remainder is A. What's the other condition? When Q of X is divided by G of X, the divisor is the same. So what is Q of 2?
B,
ma'am.
ma'am.
We should write the remainder here. See, P of 2. In place of X, we use 2. In place of X, when you use 2, when you find P of 2, you will get the remainder. When you find P of 2, you will get the remainder when P of X is divided by X minus 2. And when you find Q of 2, you will get the remainder when Q of X is divided by X minus 2. And the remainders are given. So P of 2, when P of X is divided by X minus 2, the remainder is A is given. And when Q of X is divided by X minus 2, the remainder is B is given. So we need to work. You know how to expand P of 2. You know how to expand P of 2. In P of X, wherever there is X, use 2. And Q of 2. In Q of X, wherever there is X, we use 2. So like that, you will get the expression for A and B. Here you will get the expression for A. And here when you work this, you will get the expression for B. Now, in the condition A minus B is equal to 0, use the expression you have found for A minus, use the expression you found for B equal to 0. When you work this, you will find the value of K. When you work this, you will find the value of K. Go through the answer, children. Don't write now. Just go through the answer. Get your doubts clarified.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, can you please teach me again those long division, ma'am? I can't understand.
Tanishka, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Tanishka, that's what I was telling. No, I'll share a video. I'll share a video where long division is explained in more detail because that's of 8th standard. I'll share the video with you. All right. You watch the video, Tanishka, you watch the video. After watching the video, if you still don't understand, you can just call me tomorrow. You let me know. I'll share the video today. You make it a point to watch it today itself. Okay, I'll share the video on division. You make it a point to watch it today itself and let me know tomorrow.
Yes.
Don't worry. Okay. Yeah. Division, you mean this division, right? This division, right, Tanishka?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yeah. But why suddenly you thought of question number 6 when we are doing question number 7?
Ma'am, when I saw that it is very tough, so.
What?
Ma'am, when I solve it out, it is very tough, so. Ma'am.
Okay. Yes, children. What do you think of this answer? Understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you go through the slide, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here, if x minus 7 and x minus 4 are factors of f of x, if x minus 7 and x minus 4 are factors of f of x, find the values of p and q. So what do you understand from this? F of x is divided by x minus 7 is a factor of f of x. X minus 4 is also a factor of f of x. Like saying 2 is a factor of 16. 4 is also a factor. 4 is also a factor of 16. So that means when you divide 16 by 2, the remainder is 0. When you divide 16 by 4, the remainder is 0. So when you divide f of x by its factor x minus 7, the remainder will be 0. It's very clearly given in the question that x minus 7 is a factor of f of x. X minus 4 is also a factor of f of x. So f of x is the dividend. When you divide f of x by x minus 7, the remainder is 0 because you're dividing by its factor. Remainder is 0. Here also the remainder is 0. So now, how do you get that condition? How do you write that condition? You need to write the condition. Only then you can, using the condition, you can continue with the steps ahead. So what is the condition for the first one? What is the condition for the first one? Equate x minus 7 to 0 and get the value of x. X is 7. Equate x minus, always equate the divisor to 0. Always equate the divisor to 0. The divisor. So x minus 7 is equal to 0, x is equal to 7. Now, the dividend is f of x. In place of x, when you use 7, you will get the remainder. And what is the remainder? 0. Why 0? Because x minus 7 is a factor. Similarly, for the second one, you're dividing the same f of x by x minus 4. So x minus 4, the divisor is equal to 0, x is equal to 4. So now f of 4 will give you the remainder. F of 4 will give you the remainder when f of x is divided by x minus 4. And what's the remainder? 0. Why? Because it's a factor. So these are the two conditions. F of 7 is equal to 0. So it's an equation here. F of 4 is equal to 0. You know the answer is 0. You know the answer for f of x. F of 7 is 0. F of 4 is 0. Because the remainder is 0. You see here. You can see here. Please watch. X minus 7 is a factor of f of x. See, you must have good listening skills, children. Are you all able to focus when I talk like this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So children, it is given that x minus 7 is a factor of f of x. This is given. So equate x minus 7 to 0. X minus 7 is equal to 0. X is equal to 7. So this means f of 7 is equal to 0. This is the remainder. This is the remainder. You're dividing by a factor. So the remainder is 0. How did you get 7? How did you get f of 7? Because when you equate the divisor, x minus 7 is equal to 0. X is equal to 7. X minus 7 is equal to 0. X is equal to 7. So f of 7 is equal to 0. It is f of x. Instead of x, use 7, f of 7. And this is the remainder. Now, how do you find f of 7? In f of x, wherever there is x, use 7. Wherever there is x, use 7. So see here, please see here, wherever there is x. So p into 7 cubed plus q into 7 squared minus 5 into 7 plus 84 is equal to 0. So this simplification, you know, 7 cubed is 7 into 7 into 7, 343 p. 7 squared meaning 49. 7 into 7, 49. 49 cube minus 35 plus 84 is equal to 0. Then these two are numbers. You can simplify them. Minus 35 plus 84. Minus 35 plus 84 is plus 49. Is plus 49. So you get 343p plus 49q plus 49 is equal to 0. Divide by 49 throughout because 49 is common. 49 is common. Divide by 49 throughout. So when you divide 343 by 49, you will get 7. So 7p. When you divide 49, when you divide this one by 49, you will get q. When you divide this by 49, you will get 1. And when you divide 0 by 49, it is 0. See, you should divide every term. You must divide every term by 49. Every term you're dividing by 49. Every term you're dividing by 49. Every term. So 343p by 49 is 7p. 49q by 49. 49 and 49 cancel. So q. Here 49 and 49 cancel. So 1. 0 by 49 is 0. 0 by 49 is 0. So we have an equation 7p plus q is equal to minus 1. Is equal to minus 1. Have p and q on one side. Take the number to the other side. Have p and q on one side. Take the number to the other side. That is the first equation. That's the first equation. Now the second case. X minus 4 is a factor of f of x. When you equate x minus 4 to 0, you get x is equal to 4. You get x is equal to 4. X minus 4 is equal to 0. X is equal to 4. So x is 4. F of 4 is equal to 0. This is the remainder. F of 4 is equal to 0. F of 4 means in f of x, wherever there is x, use 4. And then you know how to get this. These two are numbers. That works to 64. And between all the three terms, 16 is common. 16 is common. So divide this one by 16, divide this one by 16, divide this one by 16, divide this one by 16. So that will give you 4p plus q plus 4. 64 by 16 is 4. 0 by 16 is 0. Now have p and q on one side. Take this 4 to the other side. So it will become minus 4. That's the second equation. Every question you will be seeing something new, children. So I said have p and q on one side and transpose plus 4. So plus 4 on the other side, minus 4. So this is the second equation. Now we'll have to solve equation 1 and equation 2 to find the values of p and q. We'll have to solve equation 1 and equation 2 to find the values of p and q. So solving equation 1 and 2. Am I audible and clear, children, to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Raja, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Srijana?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So now we are going to learn something new, children, how to solve two equations to find the values of the variables. So here we have two equations with variables p and q. With variables p and q. We are going to learn how to solve the two equations and find the values of p and q. So what you do is write the equations one below the other. That's the first step. Write the equations one below the other. So see here I write 7p plus q is equal to minus 1. 4p plus q is equal to minus 4. I write the equations one below the other. Then I draw a line like this. Then I change the signs. Minus, then plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus. I change the signs. 7p minus 4p is 3p. Plus q minus q. Take the new sign. Plus q minus q. 0 is equal to minus 1 plus 4 is 3. So we get 3p is equal to 3. The changing signs only I've shown here, children. So we get 3p is equal to 3. P is equal to 3p is equal to 3. P is equal to 3 by 3. P is equal to 1. So we found the value of p. Now how to find the value of q? Substitute this value of p in any one equation. So say take the first equation. 7p plus q is equal to minus 1. Now you got p is equal to 1. So 7 into 1. P is 1, no? So 7 into 1 plus q is equal to minus 1. 7 into 1 is 7 plus q is equal to minus 1. So q is equal to minus 1. When you transpose 7, it will become minus 7. So q is equal to minus 8. So the value of p is 1 and q is minus 8. There is a little more which I have to tell you about solving equations, but for this situation, this is enough. I'll tell you when we come across, a different situation where I have to talk a little more on solving equations. For now, this is enough for you. I'll repeat how to solve the equations, children. Write the equations one below the other. 7p plus q is equal to minus 1. Or the other equation, 4p plus q is equal to minus 4. Write the equations one below the other. Change the signs. See, it's not compulsory or mandatory to change the signs. Why we are changing the signs is because here it is plus q, here also it's plus q. But if it is plus q and minus q, they can get cancelled. It's plus q, it's plus q. Plus q and plus q cannot get cancelled because plus q is plus 2q. So if you change the signs, it will be plus q minus q and you can cancel them.
Equals to 0, ma'am.
Yeah. So when we change the signs, it's called subtracting the two equations. When you don't change the signs, it's called adding the two equations. All right. When we write the two equations one below the other, when we write the two equations one below the other, and if we solve without changing the signs, we don't change the signs in the second equation, we just solve it like that. So that is adding the two equations. Adding means you don't change the signs in the second equation. When you change the signs in the second equation, that means you're subtracting the two equations. So here, because we are changing the, that's just for your information. So why should we change the signs? Why should we change the signs? Because when you change the signs, you can do this. Because when you change the signs, it becomes plus q minus q. Then only you can cancel 0 and q goes away. So like that, meaning q is eliminated. So you can find the value of p. Now supposing, just take this situation. Supposing you had 7p minus q is equal to minus 1, supposing, and you had 4q, what's the other one, plus q is equal to minus 4. Here you should not change the signs. Here you should not change the signs because it's already minus q plus q, cancels. It's already minus q plus q, so you can cancel that. So q is eliminated. So it's not mandatory to change the signs. If needed, you change. If you can eliminate one variable, or in other words, to eliminate a variable, you decide if you should change or not change the signs. So if they're already like this minus q plus q, they get cancelled. So don't change the signs. So 7p plus 4q, oh sorry, this is p. 7p plus 4p is 11p is equal to minus 5. So p is equal to minus 5 by 11. So here we change the sign. 7p plus q is equal to minus 1. 4p plus q is equal to minus 4. So since plus q is plus 2q, you cannot eliminate them. So you change the signs. Throughout you change the signs. You change the signs. So now plus q minus q, 0. So you've eliminated q. That way you can find the value of p. So 3p is equal to p is equal to 3 by 3, which is 1. Then
Ma'am,
after
I
finding
have a doubt, ma'am.
Yeah, 1 second, just a second. So now p is 1. Once you find the value of p, you can substitute the value of p in the first equation or in the second equation to find the value of q. Now, for example, you take the second equation. 4p plus q is equal to minus 4. What's the value of p? 1. Substitute. 4 into 1 plus q is equal to minus 4. 4 into 1 is 4. Plus q is equal to minus 4. Q is equal to minus 4 minus 4. Q is equal to minus 8. So you can substitute the value of p in the first equation or in the second equation to find the value of q. Yes, Devadarshini?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, as in this sum, to eliminate plus q and plus q, we are changing the signs now, ma'am.
Yeah,
For all these sums, we need to change or only for this case, ma'am?
no, that's what. See, if supposing you have 7p plus q is equal to minus 1, and supposing you have 4q minus q is equal to minus 4. Here, what is the value of plus q minus q?
0, ma'am.
Then don't change the signs here.
Okay.
Here, don't change the signs because straight away plus q minus q is 0. So q is eliminated. So here, don't change the signs.
Okay,
If it was
ma'am.
plus q,
We need to change the signs.
then you need to change the signs throughout. Plus becomes minus, this plus becomes minus, this minus becomes plus.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Take a picture, children.
Taken, ma'am.
Is it
Done,
understood?
ma'am.
Yeah. All right. Yes, this is a test. This is a similar question, very similar to the earlier one. If x plus 2 and x minus 1 are factors of p of x, find m and n. Work this now in the class. Write the question correctly, children. Don't make any mistake with the sign. X cubed plus 10x squared plus mx plus n. X plus 2, x minus 1. Check your signs. Yes. All of you got the question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. I'll just come back, children. Please work. Who's finished?
I'm going to finish now.
Sanjay and Sindhu, done is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I couldn't complete the sum fully, ma'am. I have some doubts, so I just started.
We'll see. When I show you the answer, you can understand.
Okay, ma'am.
This is similar to the earlier one. Netra finished?
Yes, I'm going to.
Nishant? Trying?
Ma'am, 1 second, ma'am. I'm doing.
I'm
Okay.
finished, ma'am.
Okay, good. Yes. So what are the values of M and N, Netra?
M is equal to 7 and N is equal to minus 18.
7 and minus 18, huh? M is 7. Correct? Sindhu and Sanjay, same answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Rajesh got the same answer, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I too got the same answer.
7 and minus 18. Did you get two equations, children?
Yes, ma'am.
What are your equations, Prajit?
32 minus 2m plus n is equal to 0 and 11 plus m plus n is equal to 0.
Very fast or very slow?
What, ma'am?
Oh, you were too fast.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry,
tell
ma'am.
me again. Yeah, tell me again.
First equation is 32 minus 2m plus n.
32 minus 2.
2m plus n
Huh,
is equal to 0.
is equal to 0.
The second equation is 11 plus m plus n is equal to 0.
Okay. Then you're supposed to take the constants, the numbers to the other side, right? You did that?
Oh, ma'am.
Or you solved it as it is, is it? Okay, that's fine. You'll get the answer. That's fine. So you change the signs?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then what next you did?
Then I got the answer and then I equated m, ma'am.
You cancel this, is it?
Yes, ma'am. I cancelled m, ma'am.
Then you get what here? 21
Minus 3m.
minus 3m is equal to 0.
Yes, ma'am.
So on solving this, you get 21 is equal to 3m or m is equal to 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Let's see if you're right. Yes, children, you can see the answer here.
Yes, ma'am.
X plus 2 is a factor. So when you equate x plus 2 to 0, you get x is equal to minus 2. P of minus 2 is 0. I've taken this 32. This is 32, right? I've taken it to the other side. It becomes minus 32. Minus 8 plus 40 is plus 32. On the other side, it becomes minus 32. Ten plus 1, 11. On the other side, minus 11. So these are the two equations. I'm having m and n, the variables on one side and the constant on the other side. M and n on one side and the constant on the other side. Minus 8 plus 40 is 32. When you take it to the other side, it becomes minus 32. So you write the equations one below the other and you have to change the signs. N minus n cancels. M is 7. And when you substitute m is 7 in one of the equations, you can put it in equation 1 or in equation 2, any one equation. You find the value of n minus 18. How many of you got this? Sanjay and Sindhu, looks like you didn't get the correct answer, right?
Ma'am, actually, at the value of n, ma'am.
Sorry?
Ma'am, by finding the value of n, we made a little mistake, ma'am. But
Oh,
we got the value of m, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Your equations are correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Netra, your answer is right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then Prajit got it. Danya, who else?
I too got the same answer, ma'am.
Tanishka, oh, very good. You constructed the equations?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I also got the same answer.
Madhumita.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Yes, sir. Devadarshini, you were asking me, you had some doubts to be clarified.
Yeah, ma'am, now I've got cleared, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, take a picture, children. You can work this again. Take a picture. Done? Yeah, this is easy. If x plus 5 is a factor of this one, find k. So what is the condition? What's the condition? You should equate what to 0?
X plus 5 is equal to 0.
Plus 5.
X is equal to minus 5.
Then what's the condition? If the factor,
P of 5 is equal
P
to
of x should be written as P of minus 5.
P of minus 5.
P of minus 5 is equal to
0.
0. You should work with this condition and get the value of k. Take a screenshot.
Yes, ma'am.
Then, ma'am.
Yeah. What's the question here? Find the remainder. Find the remainder. You should find the remainder. The remainder is not given. You must find the remainder when p of x is divided by 2x minus 1. You must find the remainder. That means you should find, I'll tell you what, 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Always equate the divisor to 0. So 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. 2x is equal to 1. X is equal to 1 by 2. X is 1 by 2. Now, P of 1 by 2, you don't know. You don't know the remainder. See, you don't know the remainder. You should find this one. So that means you should work and find P of half. You must find the value of P of half. Whatever you get, that is the remainder. See, now you know it is P of half. But what is the answer for P of half? You don't know because find the remainder. The remainder is not known. You should find the remainder. You don't know the remainder. So that means you should work P of half. In P of x, wherever there is x, you should use half and find the value of P of half. Whatever is the value of P of half is the remainder. Take a screenshot. can see it here. Equate the divisor to 0. So you get x is equal to 1 by 2. To find p of 1 by 2, you should find. We don't know the value of p of 1 by 2. You should find the remainder. So that means you should find p of 1 by 2. So how to find p of 1 by 2? In p of x, wherever there is x, use 1 by 2. Use 1 by 2. And when you work that, see, this is numerical, so you can help yourself. When you work this, you get -2. So that means when you divide p of x by 2x minus 1, the remainder is -2. The remainder will, when you actually do the long division, the remainder will be -2. When you actually do the long division, the remainder is -2. Right, children? It's time. Take a screenshot.
Taken.
Done, ma'am.
Yeah. Just continue the next class. All right, children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may
Thank you,
leave.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Thank you,
Thank you,
children.
ma'am.
Thank you.